So right out the gate, this isn't your average courtroom drama, we've got a paternity case that's been going on for nearly 15 years. And get this, they co-parented all this time without an official court order until now. That alone sets the stage for major conflict, and probably some hidden resentment.
Neftella, not Nefty. Neftella Espada versus Molly Wood. Miss Wood appears with Miss Foyle, her attorney. Mr. Espada continues to be self-represented. This is Butler County District Court, case number 2025 DM 166. This is a paternity case. The Camden is at least 14 if he hasn't turned 15.
15.
But apparently the parties co-parented sufficiently, or the truth of the matter is there just wasn't a paternity case filed until July of 2025. And I entered orders for mediation that was unsuccessful. And then I ordered them to go to domestic conciliation so that I could get recommendations. And I think I wanted something from the family therapist. Our last hearing, though, was 8/14 of 25. The Saturday visitations weren't going well. I ordered them to go to Don Beffert for domestic conciliation. Overnights with mom on Saturdays. Dad to forward counselor's information. Mom to sign a release with family therapist. And I don't know what all you've received, Miss Foyle.
Classic custody chaos, text messages, missed visits, and confusion over paperwork. Notice how quickly things escalate when one side claims the other isn't following orders. In family court, even a single missed weekend can trigger contempt threats.
Morning, I received a letter from Camden, which I did not request, and some grades, which aren't great, from Mr. Espada. I hope you received those.
I did not.
They forwarded them on the email as well to her.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't received them if you were talking about forwarding them to me.
No, to Ms. Foyle.
Oh.
I'm looking at the 8/12 of 25 Meadowlark Counseling report as well. Did you have that before the last hearing? That's about all I have. So, Ms. Foyle, is there any additional evidence you wanted the court to review or that was available?
Your Honor, I don't have the grades or the letter from Camden.
Amy, would you forward those to her, please?
And I can present evidence of the text messages for the visitation at this time, but they're still not going very well. In fact, there has been the last 3 scheduled visits have not occurred. And I can report that I did speak to Don Befort, the domestic conciliator, and to get that started and set up. I reached out to her previously and finally got a response back yesterday. So she's got a schedule on that.
Dad, I don't have any updated therapist information involving Camden. Where's that at?
I should have sent it on the email today. I don't know if they go through. I emailed through my phone, not a laptop, so I might have a little trouble with that. But I mean, I tried to send that to you too, as well, with all the other information.
Okay, well, I think Amy printed out everything she got from you, and I don't have that, and I need that. That was ordered today.
Yeah.
Miss Hoyle, I guess you're going to have to serve him with a contempt citation if he's not following the court's order on visitation, and we'll have to have a contempt hearing.
Your Honor.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know what to tell you, Mr. Espada, but I granted you residential
Yes, sir.
even though you enrolled him against court orders or where you weren't given permission in Hutch. You've stayed in Hutch. I've given Mom some time. I've emphasized how important it is for kids to work through issues with their parents, and that he needs to have time with both parents and not be estranged from one or the other. And he wasn't supposed to be involved in the litigation.
Whoa, this is the turning point. The dad just dropped a DUI and child endangerment bombshell mid-hearing. Whether or not charges stick, this instantly changes how the judge views Mom's reliability. But here's the kicker, she says it wasn't a DUI at all, just suspended driving while protecting her child. It's messy, emotional, and exactly the kind of gray area family courts wrestle with daily.
And
He's not involved with that. That was from his therapist. Said that was something you should do. And Your Honor, when I did the visitations, she had her overnight. She was arrested for, well, it's still being going through I mean, they haven't pressed charges, but it's in front of, I think it's Brett Sweeney's desk. She was arrested for driving under the influence and child endangerment is what I've been told by my son. Called me during that visitation late at night to come pick him up because his mom was being arrested.
well, if that's true, Ms. Hoyle, that is a problem. And that would be justification for termination and getting her into some sobriety testing program and confirming that she's in treatment. So has your client been arrested for DUI and endangerment? And was it during a visitation that she was exercising?
It was
Yes,
8:30.
there was an arrest. She was never charged, and yes, it was during a visitation.
Okay. Well, just because she hasn't been charged doesn't mean that she won't be. So we've got a problem.
Judge, I got arrested for driving on suspended is what it was. The person I was with was intoxicated, and I felt like I was in a catch-22. Me and my kid in danger, or me drive knowing I shouldn't. And I drove, and when I called when I got pulled over, I told the officer not to let her drive with my child in the car because she was intoxicated. That was why I was driving. That's when he arrested me for child endangerment. The DUI because...
And there it is, suspension of visitation. That's the legal equivalent of slamming on the brakes. The judge's main concern isn't punishment, it's stability for the kid. But by ordering alcohol testing, the court's signaling, we're watching you closely. Even perception of chaos can cost you custody.
We watched her get out of the car, almost fall over, try to get in the car, couldn't get in the car, and he let her drive off with my children. And my child was in the car, and I lost it on him.
Well, I can't imagine that, but it should be all on his lapel mic. It should be all on his body cam. I would suggest you get a lawyer.
It is, Judge. I had court 5 days after being arrested and no charges were filed. I went to court and it was no charges, you're free to go.
All right. Well, it sounds like it's still chaos in your life. And he doesn't like it. He doesn't want to be part of it.
Your Honor, I did try to give her visitation last weekend. I thought maybe I'd give her a chance. And I messaged in to see, because apparently she moved. So I just wanted to update on her address. So I just felt comfortable giving her the visitation. And her response to me was, you need to get it from my lawyer. I emailed her, which I probably should have, but it was, I wanted him to see how it went this time. But she wanted me to get it through her lawyer, and I said that I didn't feel comfortable giving her the visitation without knowing the address where I'm going to leave my son.
Okay, Ms. Doyle, has your client moved? Okay, both of you need to be quiet for a minute. Ms. Doyle,
my client has a mailing address that's different than her physical address, and I think that there was some confusion as to where she was living, but I did send that over to him as to the specific address. I do not believe that she's moved.
Ms. Wood, are you still out at the lake? It looks like you're
in Augusta. I'm still in a camper.
Okay.
And Judge, him responding to me about picking my son up and my address and me telling him to contact my lawyer was 20 minutes after he was supposed to meet me, and I had left. I was there waiting for my child.
Okay, well.
This section is where the judge reclaims control. After all the back and forth, she draws a clear line: get your evidence, get your witnesses, and we'll settle this in trial. Notice how the tone shifts from reactive to procedural, the hallmark of a judge tired of drama and ready for facts.
We need to, I'm going to suspend visitation and have an in-person trial. And Mr. Espada, I would suggest, if you have strong feelings about this and your son has strong feelings, that you get an attorney so that you can subpoena the appropriate people, including his counselor. I've got to have a professional testifying with regard to his best interests.
Yes, ma'am.
In order to do any long-term suspension of visitation.
Yes, ma'am.
And I would suggest, Ms. Wood, that you look into individual counseling if you're not in it, and get a hair follicle for alcohol. And we'll see about some sobriety testing.
Judge, alcohol wasn't involved, but that's fine.
Well, it's just, if you're surrounding yourself with people that you got to fight with to drive their vehicle, and they're that drunk, and he's got to be around all these drunk people, that's just as bad as not as bad as you being drunk, but it's still the same chaos that caused the change of custody and the issues to begin with.
Judge, the chaos isn't. This is different than what changed or what caused him.
The judge closes with what sounds like hope, maybe reconciliation, maybe just exhaustion. Either way, both parents have homework, counseling, therapist reports, and cooperation. But let's be real, with accusations flying and trust eroded, December's trial might be explosive.
To get my child. The reason I'm in a camper is because I could have gone to a woman's shelter with my children because of the situation I was in with my mother. And instead I
understand. I understand that. I understand that you've had some significant problems, and I wasn't blaming them all on you. But he is voicing at 15 years old concerns about your lifestyle and how you treat him and some pretty significant things, and then I find out about arrest.
Is there I've talked to Elena about this. I have a video recording because I received a message and a 2.5-hour phone call about what's really happening over there. How do I present that? Or who do I present that to?
Well, talk to your attorney, because I'm going to schedule a trial, and that's where all the evidence needs to be exchanged in advance and brought to the courtroom. All right, I'm going to look to see if we can make this happen in 25. All right. Mr. Espada, before I forget, I want your son to get some tutoring.
Okay.
Judge,
I need that counseling information. No more interruption. No more talking without your attorney. Ms. Hoyle, how does your Friday, November 14th look?
I still have it's still on the calendar. I think it's supposed to be going away, but I've got a hearing in the Veterans Court that Friday. I'm hoping that one kind of gets bumped, but it hasn't bumped. They just sent an email that they didn't bump it.
Okay.